Here we are back with the Woodland Mushrooms by LEGO Botanicals. This is set number 11505. Contains 806 pieces. Retails for $79.99. That was provided by the LEGO Group for review. Thank you, LEGO. And yeah, well, doesn't look like anything we've done so far, but we basically just did the stand here. And it doesn't look all that bad, but that's essentially what it is. So what you see there is just bags 1 and 2. We hadn't even gotten to any of the build yet, which is more or less a shame right now. So I hadn't even got to the exciting stuff yet. So I'm thinking in this installment here we're going to do bags 3, 4, and 5. I'm not sure, so don't hold up to that yet. So I'm hoping to get that going, which is going to involve more terrain, sadly, and then we're going to start doing the fun stuff. And yeah, so I think that's where we're going to head off here with it. But before I can even get on to that, I got to read off the disclaimer. These are not to be construed or considered as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. These are just merely my notes for the review. The wording in here and verbiage stuff is mine and mine alone. LEGO does not pay me to say any of this stuff. I say what I want. At least LEGO doesn't give me a script and say, here you go, this is what we want you to say. Okay, except that these were provided by the LEGO Group, which is understandable. And lastly, this is not my job. This is just something for fun, just something that I like to do. It doesn't involve looking at a screen or anything like that, or computer programming, which is even better. Yeah, and yeah, we're ready to go here with this. Okay, let's get on with bag number 3. And today, well, it's the same day, 20th of May 2026. So now it's official. Bedside build. So I'm hoping to at least squeeze in at least one more film in here before I go to bed, and then hopefully I can get this one wrapped up tomorrow. Now these are nice. I got uses for those. Yeah. It's more like winter colors. Let's see what we got in here. So at least now we're going to start putting together some stuff, but well, now I know that these exist in green, so I could buy those for my campgrounds and stuff for spruce trees. Okay, so let's start moving things around here, because we're right back here again, and we got to put some bigger pieces in here, which are just 2x4 bricks. I got a couple hundred of these earth green ones, which are nice to have. And yeah, so let's just get going here with it. I'm trying to see if I can get this zoomed out here for you. But I've been pretty pleased with the set. I'm going to give it a 9.5 so far. Just do the instructions, because some pieces are really kind of just difficult to see what we're doing. But at least I'm being honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, that kind of thing. So yeah, I kind of sound a little tired. Now, I could keep going if I want. I don't know. But you know me. I can't make up my mind. So we haven't gotten to anything exciting yet. We've just been really working on terrain right now. But I'll tell you, it's not a bad set for what it is. If you're looking to get this for your girlfriend, your mom, or for yourself, you are going to get a good build experience here. Okay. And it's all about build experience. You know, is it something you're going to have fun putting together? Is it going to be easy? Do you think you're going to be at your wits' end and pull all your hair out? This one here so far, it's not repetitious. We're not really messing with a whole lot of bright colors yet. So right now the base is probably the only thing that's dragging the build out. So I understand that the base is the most important part. We want to get into the flower stuff. I think I discussed this in the last installment though. When I do these botanicals and they require a vase, up to this point I've never took the option or opportunity to measure the size of the vase. So if you're watching this, Well, we don't need one for this, but now when I will start measuring the vases, I need to keep a tape measure in here so we could do it live. You know, that kind of thing. And yeah, I got to watch the memory card. I only got 7 minutes left, so I'm going to try to pack it in tight, get everything done. Yeah, I was watching the new episode of Rent a Girlfriend. I got that watched. Yeah, getting a little juicy there. I got to watch those cartoons because they don't have anything exciting out here to watch. Okay, so this goes on top like that. Well, so far, and yeah, this is what it's given us a top view here, how these are supposed to be placed. Okay, so we need 5 of these. Put that one there. Start putting these over here because, well, let me just keep them over here so I don't have to reach across the camera. I'm trying to think of other ways to do this other than trying to cut everything off here. So far we've only gotten 3 on there. One, two. Oh, there's 2 on this one here. We got that one there. Okay, like that. And then now we got to make 4 leaf assemblies. All right. I'm going to make one real quick here. I don't know how far these are supposed to go in. I'm just going to stick them in like that. I'm not going to, you know, fuss over too much on how far they need to go in. You can shove yours in as further as you want, as far as you want at your Lego set. Just depends. It's all about a preference. Now I got to make 4 of those. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, we could survive that. Now, I was talking about this. If we ever get to multiples, do I want to just film 1 and then do the rest off video? I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I know some of you said to do that. Some of you said you like me to do them all individually. We will see. Just trying to find ways to get these done a little faster instead of just trying to bore everybody to death. So I can always use more tree pieces. Always use tree parts. These pieces are very nice, these little leaf pieces. You ever get those for, like, things are good for cities and stuff? You can stick them in those hollow studs and make just a simple plant. And the hole on top, you can stick those Friends flower pieces and put them in there. And then now, okay, I see how these go on. Just take the big hole here. Yeah, these are going to keep falling in. Stick that in there like that. Boy, that's going to be tough. Usually how I did mine is I always built mine first, then put them on there. But I'm not an expert, I guess. Like that. I guess to cover up all this here. Oh, wait a minute. These go on here. There we go. Just kind of set them in there like that. Looking pretty good. And I got, well, I think that's a good time as any to take a break because the card's almost out. Okay, well, I think I got myself in a pickle here. I only got about 30 minutes left, so I must have misread cards. Yeah. Well, I guess I had that a-coming, huh? So this time we got to make 3 more of these. Why don't you just have me make 7 of them? I mean, I don't get it. Well, anyways. Yeah, so I don't know if I can even get this whole installment done. I don't have any more cards left. I may have to, I've never really had to split an episode before, but I may have to. We'll see how far I can get on this here. It's just, I swore I had enough, but I did 3 installments on that one set. Maybe that's probably what it is. But I also got the one for the review, too, I could use if I need to. I may have to use that one, so I'm working backwards. So we got to make 3 of these. You know, I mean, it happens sometimes. I just want to film things. So I guess I got myself painted into a corner. I'm going to have to, just use the other card just to finish up this installment. And then start cleaning everything off slowly. And then now we take these. Let's start right here because I could see this one here clearly. Okay. And then this one goes here. Once you start putting foliage on, it depends. This is where things start breaking off. So if yours starts falling off, then yeah, it's that's about as typical as it gets. Got to put this one here. We hadn't even got to the mushrooms yet. We've been just doing ground covering. And then now we got to put these. I mean, they tell you where they should go, which is cool. And we need to put 5 of those on there. If I can pick them up. And no, I don't put the tutorials on this camcorder. It gets to be, it's too big to use this camera for tutorials. There we go. So that takes care of those. Probably got to do more leaf pieces. Well, no, we don't have to do any leaf pieces yet. Just shove those in there because we got to make a big mushroom now. So now it looks like we're focusing on mushrooms. So, yeah. Index it as mushrooms. Well, we've seen these before. I usually make my tables like that. Except that goes on the top. That just supposed to snap on there? I'm just going to line up the holes like that. And then this, okay, it's like one stud away from it. It goes right in this area here. It looks like we already got bad build quality. Did I forget any parts? No, that's exactly what they want. Be careful, this piece here's falling off. There's nothing holding that in there. There's barely any frick. Lego, if that keeps falling off, I'm going to ding off points. See, it doesn't even want to stay on there. Like, literally. Don't touch. Yeah, already down to 9 already. This build quality is already getting bad just with one part. And yeah, for those who don't notice, I do ding off. My scores always start off at a 10. And I chip away as we go. You know, it just makes it fair, okay? Nobody can sit and say, oh, you start everything off at a failing grade. No, everything passes. Because you can build a set with no pieces, and there's nothing that will fall apart, but play value would just be severely lacking. You know. So we only need to put 3 of those on there. Okay, now we got to put together the bigger mushrooms. I bet they're going to go in those rounded holes. Yeah, earlier today I had to drive by the courthouse. Time I think of that place, I think of boring jury duty. I'm like, ooh, yuck. I was driving by there and I thought, oh no. Even the car was starting to shake. It was how boring those places are. Alright. And then we put this here. And then, yeah, it does fit in one of the bigger holes. Right in there. Okay, so it looks like this just fits down in there. Yeah, it just goes right in that cross hole there. Alright, well we'll just kind of just wiggle it in there. Alright. And then now I'm going to push it down. Well, it doesn't go down all the way. Well, I guess it's not supposed to. You can still see the cross axle there. So I guess that's fine. And then now we got to move on to the bigger mushrooms now. That is a nice piece. Yeah, I was already hearing some of the comments on this. Well, I'm not interested in these sets. I mean, most dudes are not into it. I am for the parts. After they're done being displayed around the house and I need a piece and I know the set's got it, I just quietly go into the room that it's in, yank the part off, and back out slowly. You know, I need the parts. And then now we got to do the steering wheel dance. Doesn't that look fun? Alright, so this, and it doesn't show which way. Okay, it does. Okay, so these, they just snap in and they face down. Okay. So what I'm going to focus on first is I'm going to just do 4, just in a cross. And after that, it looks like we, it's like there's 3 in each one. So I'm going to do is just kind of work my way around. At this point, start with the stud there and fit these in here. And I don't think it's going to matter how good they look. Yeah, so once I run out of memory card, I got to switch to the thing. I'm going to try to get this one up here this weekend and get it done. Because the other one with the review on it is only it's got an hour and a half left of video card space or recording time. So you know what that means. I got to get going on it. Sorry if you really can't see because of the white table. Not a whole lot I can do about it. I need to get an underlight table. If I had the space in here, I'd do it. Well, this actually would glow here. Well, look at that. That's just that's what everybody's. What is everybody doing this summer? You know what I'm doing? Working. I already had the vacation. And nobody's into water parks, so I didn't bother even asking. So I left it at that. This goes in here. I think the easiest thing to do is do it like that and push that down in there. Make sure I got that in there right. Still got some leaf pieces left, so I may have forgot to put some on here. We'll take a look here. At least with these videos, I could show you what I did wrong and stuff and how to correct the mistakes. That's the beauty about doing this stuff, is to correct the mistakes and say, whoopsie, I made them boo-boo, my bad. Of course, that goes in there. And then you take these and you just tuck them in like this. Okay. It's kind of cool, huh? Do they need to be even? Not really. You're never really going to see it, except for the spiders that want to make their nest in there. And then this one here goes in the other hole. It goes in the square hole here. And it looks like it's tilting this way. Okay. But how does that attach? Oh, there's a cross axle in there. Okay, I see. May want to take your finger and guide that in there. Okay, that bottomed out, so that's it. And there's a gap down there too. Okay, and then we got to take our remaining pieces, our leaf parts, and we got to put them in here. So they were saving these until we got the mushrooms put in. Now, once you start getting more foliage on this stuff, things are going to fall apart. So just, you've been forewarned, you know, I'd be very careful handling this. I mean, except for this mushroom piece here, nothing else has fallen off yet. And that concludes, this piece needs to be down a little bit more. Bag 3 with just this piece remaining here. Not too bad. We survived that. And yeah, it's not terribly bad so far, and it's looking good. Alright, let's move on to bag 4, and don't let the size fool you, because I have a feeling it's probably full of Technic. No, but it may as well be. Well, there's some in there. Yep. And alright. So now, with bag 4, okay, Lego, I need these in brown or dark tan or sand yellow, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we're right back to the front here. We're going to be working right in this area here. Yeah, it's a lot of small stuff too. Yeah. Yeah, I got my lawn sprinklers working. They're working really good. I got to work on the front yard. I got to make a jig. I have some gear-driven sprinklers that I want to change the angle on them. And I need to make me a jig so I can screw it into the garden hose and test out sprinklers. And I'm thinking of doing just that. I think this goes here. Sometimes the book doesn't really show you very well, so I try my best to show you. I got a couple more movies to watch. I was watching, last night we were watching a romance movie, which it was boring. I'm not into that stuff. And tonight I was looking for movies to watch. I thought I'm just going to sit back and watch anime like a kid. But I did, and I was more entertained because I was just going through movies and I just I couldn't find anything worth watching. And it was just like I was going through it and I thought, okay, I'm not in the mood for a slasher movie, so I didn't watch a slasher movie. And I wanted to watch something a little more. I was just in the mood just to relax, not have to think about anything. And then yeah, you're gonna have to make 4 of those. So we're making more of these. They look like they're the same thing. I think that's what they are. Because they look like they're the same as everything else. So I got to make 4 of those. So I'd say that it is a little repetitious right now. It's getting to be the same old thing, but you know, that's to be expected. What time is it? Oh no! It's getting late. Okay, one more here. It's a lot of small parts. So my goal is I'm going to try to do 3 bags in this installment here. The last installment will involve just 2 bags. Is something rolling around somewhere? Just picking these up on Butterfingers today. Okay. I'm putting them in the wrong holes. I don't know how critical it is. I always try to follow the instructions to the T. Sometimes, you know, you don't know. We got 4 of them here. And then these all go in the hooks we just put here in the front. Okay. So these are going to be hard to see. So I will try my best. So this one here is going to face up. This is the one closest here. You put those in, just take your time. Just take your time. Because you know, bad things happen if you're rushing, so try not to do that. And see, I'm having a hard time getting that in there. These things want to kind of get sloppy. I'm going to just put this one in sideways, or is it just not going to let me do it? And then I'm just going to take it and rotate it in place. So just swing it in there. So I think it's just easier to stick it on there sideways like this. Sorry if you can't see a whole lot. I have to see it too. Yeah, I keep getting the comments about why don't I work behind the table, because I'd be looking away from the build, and that would just be very bad. It just would not. It wouldn't do both of us any favors. Some people can do that. I'm unfortunate I can't do that. So it's like that. It looks pretty full. It looks fluffed out, so that's pretty good. And then now we're going to turn our attention down here with a bunch of plates and stuff. So we'll start with this right here. Yeah, I don't know if I'll have this one done tonight, but I'm hoping that if I can get it reviewed, get it out of here, and we can get back onto the other stuff. That means this weekend I'll have a tutorial and several reviews I got to do. I'm getting back to the old grindstone again and doing that. Making sure you can still see what I'm doing here. I only have 37 minutes on this card. I have them backwards. I was supposed to start with this one first, so I got to make a note. So the last card I did for the other part was 4. Now I'm on to 3. And if tariffs weren't such a thing, I would order a bunch more memory cards. But I can't. Oh, I don't need that piece, obviously. So I don't want to buy any cards unless I absolutely have to. I was supposed to have like 10 or 12. I had one that went bad, so I had to kind of just live with it here and stuff like that. Alright, then we got to put these. And from what I'm gathering, it's the hole closest to the edge here. Put a little snow in there. Yeah, making sure. There's a bunch of things going on here, and these, they go in here, and these little studs. See, those are just simple plants. Just using these here, and I did just stick them in there like that. It looks really good. It looks like the plants are just pouring onto the terrain here. Put that right in there. Give that guy a happy little home. The forest floor. Always like going into the forest and taking hikes, 'cause you'd just be amazed at what you find in there. Half the time I find litter and stuff all over the trails, which is not cool. And it's never good. That looks awfully purple to me. But I only have the brown ones. How many of those do we need? 2? We wouldn't want to stick red in there. That's all I see, so... Then we got the little, the dome pieces that go in here. That look like little LEDs. These little things here. Shove those in there. Alrighty, and then we're moving on to this side here. Yeah, I may be inclined to get this one done tonight. Get it out of there, you know. It's not a bad build. I just, I kind of want to just get back into tutorial mode and, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, now we're doing more mushrooms. Looks like we're just doing one. And then we need this at the bottom here. I mean, just take your time. No big hurry. And then this goes like that. And shove that in there. I've seen those around a few times. And then this booger here. Now I don't like having that goofy hole, so I'm going to tuck that back there and just kind of shove the shaft in there like that. You don't have to do that. They have the hole here exposed. I mean, no, we're not going to hide that. Nobody wants to see that hole. And then we got to do another mushroom here. Hey, like I said, though, at least I'm showing you how to put some of this stuff together, different building methods, and just all out having fun putting the stuff together. Because it's going to be hot and miserable this summer, and I doubt anybody's going to want to go out and hang out in the heat. Unless you like that kind of thing. Now, where does that one go? Huh, it shows it gets tucked in here. Okay, I see it. Right there. Alright. Let me put that on the ground so I don't mess it up. Boy, that doesn't want to go in there, does it? Boy, I can't even... Alright, what I'm going to do is take this off. It'd be easier for me to rotate something smaller. There we go. And then I'm going to shove this back in here like that. Yeah, looks like the book. Looks like the book so far. We're doing good, but we got one more to make here. Got this bale here, but we're not ready for that yet. Alright, so let's just... this one's a lot more simpler. We should have done the easy one first, not the hard ones. But no, we got to make it hard first. We got a lot of little parts. And then like that. And this one goes right here. Okay. As you can see now, you can rotate these and do whatever you want. Yeah, not too bad. We survived that there. Okay. Looks like we're moving on to something with the shields. We got plenty of these little yield signs, so we'll take a couple of those. We're going to have to yield here a little bit. We're going to have to slow it down. We're going to have to yield the right away. We also got regular shields too. And we got these things. I'm starting to get a little bit more of these. I'll bring it up here and show you here closely here what that is. I'm starting to get a bunch of these here. And well, we got to make some shields now. Now, I haven't gotten to bag 5 yet. Make those. We're just going to do them right now here. And then these go inside the little holes. I think just bottom them out. They'll just stop right there. Okay. You know, that kind of thing. There. Not too bad. I survived that. And then now for the yield signs. These just snap in like this. So you want the clamp. Oh, these were in red. Dark red. Oh man, it's that color blindness there. Okay, so these, that's what you're supposed to look like that. So let's just make these real quick here. And then we got to yield it up. And then these go... Okay, first off, they're supposed to be like that. And then the yield signs fall off. Okay, you may want to... Okay, here's the deal. That's what they're supposed to look like. So when you put yours in, you may want to just set them in straight. Yeah, I have a feeling someone's going to get stuck and say, Jay, my parts are falling off. Yeah, you're going to have to be very... You're going to have to yield the right away here. Alright, let's get that yield sign in there. Yeah, doing the review on this one's going to be a piece of cake. There's no, it just... Okay, well, we're at a firm 9 now, Lego. This stuff's already falling apart. Did I forget a partner? No, that's just a hole in there. But now we got to shove this together because we got to ring my bell and just shove that right in that hole there. There we go. Boy, that clamps that together. Okay, and then it shows you a call out here. Let's see here. Oh, see, this is what I'm saying. These pieces are starting to come off here. Yeah, that's the only downside to doing this. All right. So this, where does this? Oh, I see where it clamps. That right there. Let me move this out of the way here. See that right there? You got to clamp it onto that. Hold your breath and just pray nothing falls off. So I'm just going to do it quick. And just wiggle things in until it fits. Okay. I think we're good. I don't think we need to mess with that. I got that locked in really good, so we don't have to mess with that now. But no. Guess what? We got to do another one. Isn't that fun? We got to do more of these. All right. Jay, I don't like it when you do that. I don't like it when I have to do that either, but we got to do more because it's always cool to do more. So take your night shields and put these on. I'm going to take my yield signs. It's the same thing, so we should just make 2 of those at least. So if you're going to do that, make 2 of them. Matter of fact, when I was in town, I don't know how you guys in Europe, like in the UK and stuff, can handle those roundabouts. They keep adding those in town, and I'm just like, I get so confused on those things. Like, they have the same exact markings as they do in Europe. And I'm like, what does this all mean? I had to look it up in the handbook, and I just thought, you're kidding me, right? I was like, just put a traffic light there, or, well, stop signs, people just run those. But just do that. I don't want to have to mess with it. Those roundabouts are just so confusing. Maybe if you used them all the time, it won't be too bad. But for me, it's just like... I know they have them in other countries and stuff, but they're notably used in Europe. And I'm just like, the roundabouts. What do the Europeans say? Just approach it, go through it, and be done with it. But you know how we are out here. We don't like change. So what do? We approach it. We freak out about it. We're trying to find another route until you find out the other way is like just a long, massive way to get around it. So you're just stuck going through it. And I think it goes on that. It looks like it does. So does it matter which way it goes? No, just plop it on there. On top of that white stud. I'm already getting collisions now. Yeah, it's you're going to have to wiggle things down in here. This is really bumping into this, so just wiggle it in there as best you can. Hold your breath, put it in. Like, what do you guys say? Just approach it, go through it, and be done with it. Just get it done. Just put that in there and be done with it. And stick the bell on there so we can ring the bell. And that fell off. It shouldn't have done that, but it did. Did I mess up somewhere? Is it not supposed to go in all the way? Let me back that off just a bit. Sometimes you just got to deal with it. And it looks like, let me make sure here. Yeah, that's what I did. I don't think that was supposed to go down all the way. Let me make sure. Did I make a boo-boo? No. Maybe that's how it's supposed to be. I guess it's a little error, you know, to get in there. Yeah, and that's it for bag 4. I gotta go do some stuff here. So it gives me a chance to take a break and pick up all my parts. But that's what we have remaining there so far. And it's not too bad. It's just now we're getting to some really dicey areas of this build. And right now we're still at a 9. Okay, now we're going to pray we don't break anything. And we're going to wrap up with bag number 5. And I want to thank everyone on my main channel and Patreon for being contributors. It's always a big help, because we get to see some awesome pieces like that. Isn't that cool? And if you like my building guides and stuff, check out my Rickable profile. I got all those there, and everything's... I have some freebies and I have some paid ones or premium ones. I try to keep everything as cheapsy as I can. But the building guides are the same quality because I have to follow those same guides too. You know, because I always like to refer to my own work. And lastly, if you like the style that I do things here or keep things kind of informal, well, yeah, and I forgot to turn on the ring light here. You know, feel free to subscribe, drop a comment, all that stuff. And yeah, we're back here. It took me about an hour, hour and a half. So this is really, really a bedside build. Also, I just can't sleep. So we got a lot of stuff we're going to be focusing on right here. So let's just see if we can get this thing done. I don't know. I may just try to squeeze this one out tonight and just get it out of the way. Alright, so we don't know yet. It's not a bad build. I really want to get back into this, so that's good. At least it's keeping my interest. I'm not bored with it. So if you're on the fence going, Jay, I don't know about this set. I don't know if I want to get this or not. You know, I mean, the worst thing that can happen is you just simply don't like it. And that's understandable. Even I don't like some sets, you know, and there's always been some, well, that fell in there. There's always been something about, well, Jay, LEGO sends that to you, you should like it. You know, I can't like every set. That's just how it is. You know, so I mean, at least I'm honest with you. I'm not going to fib to you or anything like that. You know, it's just how it is. If I lie to you, then that's serving you a I'm not being honest. Yeah, so we're going to have to wiggle and jiggle things in here. I'm just trying to get this plate in here like that. That's kind of odd here, but you can see where this is covering this up. Yeah, so somebody obviously did not revise this building guide here. You know, that's kind of a shame. But I want to see how this one turns out. These sets, you know, somebody had said, well, Jay, what's the purpose of these? You can't put them in a city. You could put this in your city as, you know, like a little fun park thing. But for me personally, these are just meant just for display. So I like to do just that. Okay, I made that piece there. And that goes here. Now the question is, why do I run a stopwatch? So I can try to keep myself limited to how much time I'm spending on these. Try to keep everything as small as possible, or short run, you know, that kind of thing. Now we're putting together the purple flowers. Oh boy, I will have them labeled correctly. I mean, I've seen this color before a few times, but not in that leaf pieces, let alone these big old beefy things. Like a flower stem, just really thick. I think that's how it's supposed to be. They show them lined up, so no, they're not lined up. I've seen this piece here for the aliens from those Friends sets. Yeah, put that together. I mean, these are not bad sets. If this is if you're an adult just getting into this, it's cool. At least now, welcome to the fun and joy of LEGO. Now they say the joy of painting, but Bob Ross would say it's the joy of painting. Well, welcome to the joy of LEGO. Here we just build things and have fun. We got to make 3 of these. But if you really want to get into it and get gutsy, you can make your own stuff, which is what I usually do. And things like this, I don't know if I'll ever use these in my own builds. But yeah, it just depends on the preference. And then these go on the bottom tiers. Yeah, just want to kind of get some stuff done. You know, one of the things that I really want to do is pack the cards in as tight as I can so I can get some more stuff filmed and get into the tutorials. Okay, I see what we're doing. So it's almost the same, except this time we're putting it in the first hole. And then we're sticking this in here. Yeah, I don't know if I want to finish this up tonight or I want to wait till tomorrow. I don't know. I'd like to just really get this one done here. I only got 16 minutes to finish this bag up. Oh no. You know, that kind of thing. Okay, and these go on the second tiers. Well, 8.5 it is. Jerry, are you serious? Yeah, I'm being dead serious. You know, if you're just tuning in, I do that. I ding off for quality. If things start falling apart and you gotta fight it, yeah, it's this thing here is hard to put together. It just wants to fall apart. See, yeah, if yours is falling apart, you're not alone here. Yeah, that's just the name of the game. That's the only problem when you're building plants. You could either do custom trees for your city. Anytime you're putting clips on, you're like holding your breath thinking, please don't fall off. Please don't make a mistake. You know, that kind of thing. Because I don't want to have to do this one again here. I think we're going to... Oh, wait a minute. I just read ahead. You know what I got to do? I got to make 2 of these boogers. All right, we got to do it again. So let me just go ahead and jump to the other one real quick here. But, you know, it's... You know, I'm going to get the comments, you know, hey, my stuff's falling apart. Well, mine's is too. You know, that's just how it is. You know, you just have to deal with it. And to me, I would have shoved the shaft in here and strengthened them both up, but I'm following the building guide as I'm following it down to the T here. When you clip your nails short, it's hard to pick these up. This is a nice soothing purple. Yeah, I'm getting pooped of doing somebody else's builds. But I'm going to do this. I mean, if it's here, I finish it. I don't just, let me get this more rotated here. I don't just, you know, say, well, it's here, I don't want to do it. Even if it's something that I just didn't expect, and I don't like it, I still have to do it. So, I just shut my mouth and do as I'm told. All right. I got some anime loaded up into my device, so I will be listening or watching or dozing off to it as I'm trying to go to bed tonight. I don't have any meetings tomorrow. I can go anytime I want to work, so that is even better. Yeah, these things are going to move around. They're going to wiggle and jiggle for a bit. You notice how I have my finger on that. I'm just trying to keep this from splitting. So yeah, you're going to have to do 2 of these. You may want to get yourself a partner or something to help you with these. I mean, once it's done though, I mean, it's pretty, huh? Not too bad. And then after that, we got to put these in. And okay, so one goes right here. Okay, screw that in there. And the other one goes right in here. You're just going to have to wiggle that leaf assembly out of the way and shove that in there like that. And that takes care of those leaves there. Got 12 minutes left. Okay, we just got a set of flowers here, and looks like they're built slightly different, so we're using some of these. These are a nice summer piece to have. We got to make one of them, so let's start with this one first. Well, they're both the same here. Matter of fact, I'm looking at steps 90 and 91. They're almost the same here. They're built slightly different at the end. I'm just fighting to get that on there. There we go. So let's just get this on here first. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so let's just do these 4 here. Because this step here is all the same. Okay, and then now everything's going to be a little different. So everybody here has got nose cones. Okay, so we're still doing things relatively the same. So I'm going to put the nose cones on these. That's what these are, nose cones. Rocket ship parts, or whatever they are. All right, now I'm going to start with the sub-step here. We're going to do the first one. And this one here is a little different. And this one here goes right on that plate right there. So I'm just going to kind of set it in there and just pop it down in there and hinge it up. Okay, and just kind of rotate it. So that right there, we got that out of the way. Now this one's built a little differently, so just grab another assembly. That's what it shows in the book. And this one here, right on that clip. So pop it in like that. They show this one kind of rotated in. Now I got some more of these here. And they go right on these right there. So the next one is just a stud. And this one looks like it just goes right there on that stick. Kind of just pop that down in there. And we got one more left here, which doesn't have anything. Just kind of guide it in there and pop it in. And yeah, I think we are done here with this one. I may have to switch to the other memory card because I think I'm going to probably wing through this and go through the whole thing. And that's what we have remaining there for bag 5. And I think I'm going to just finish this one up so over the weekend I can just edit all these and get them done. Okay, Summation of Thoughts. And, well, let me get everything situated here. I'm trying to hit the right knob here for this. And, well, let me get this tipped up for you here. As you can tell, I mean, it's, you know, just for this being a white workbench, it adds a lot of color. And I like about this so far, you notice it's kind of like in a corner. So you can just tuck this in like in the corner of your cubicle or something. That would be pretty cool. Or maybe a kitchen counter. It's a good little space filler. I'm going to say right now with some of the parts, I'm going to say an 8.5 with them flaking off. Right now it's just build quality. Build experience is pretty good. Not a whole lot of play value and stuff like that. So the next installment we're going to be focusing on bags 6 and 7. Then I'm going to do the review. But all around though, if you're looking for something to decorate your house, here you go. But we still got a little bit of a hole here. But even if we just took this piece off, I would have been happy with that. But you know how LEGO is, they got to add more to it. And I think we're getting pretty much the bang for our buck. The only thing I notice, it's just not collaborative. So you got to have this piece done or to do the rest of it. So I'd say this is more of a solo build. We also still have some stuff to connect to these. But overall though, it's got a lot of bright color. This one's looking really good, but tell me what you think.